All right, let's talk about it. That dreaded long iron slice. You know the one. You pull out the 4, 5, or even the 6 iron, you feel like you put a good swing on it, and then you just watch it peel off weakly to the right. Well, stick around because we're going to fix that for good today with one simple tweak to your setup.
So, have you ever asked yourself this? It's the classic question, right? You can absolutely pure your 9-iron, your wedges, they go dead straight. But the second a longer club comes out of the bag, something just goes haywire. I promise you, you're not alone. It is one of the most common struggles in golf. And the reason it happens is probably not what you're thinking. We all know that shot. It just leaks out to the right and it robs you of distance, of confidence. And what's our natural instinct? We try to swing harder, right? We try to muscle it to keep it from going right, but all that does is add more side spin and it actually makes the slice even worse. The fix here isn't about more power, it's about a smarter setup. Okay, so let's get into the real culprit here. Because that slice you've been fighting, it's probably not some huge flaw in your swing. Nope. It's actually a simple force of physics that most of us just don't account for. It's a little something called shaft droop. Now this right here, this is the core of the problem. On the left, that's what we all think is the correct setup. The sole of the club is sitting perfectly flush and flat on the ground. It looks right, it feels right. But look over at the right. At impact, when the club is moving at high speed, that perfect-looking setup is actually what's causing the club face to open. So what the heck is shaft droop? Well, as you swing, especially with the longer shaft of a 4 or 5 iron, the shaft literally bows downward because of all the force and speed. This droop pushes the toe of the club down toward the ground. And when that toe digs in, even just a little, it twists the club face open right at that critical moment of impact. The result? You guessed it, that slice you hate. But here's the good news. This is the great part. Since we know this is going to happen, we can actually plan for it. We can counteract it before we even take the club back. And the solution is what I call the toe deep adjustment. It's a really simple, maybe a little counterintuitive change you make at a dress that basically presets a draw for you. It fights that slice automatically. And we're going to do it in just 3 super easy steps. First, we got to recognize that flat look is actually an error. Second, we're going to make the key move, which is getting the toe of the club up in the air. And third, we're going to lock it all in. That's it. This simple sequence is going to be a game changer for your long irons. Okay, this is the magic move right here. Step 2. At address, I want you to set up with the heel of the club flat on the ground, but with the toe sitting slightly up in the air. Now, it's going to feel a little weird at first, I get it, but here's the perfect visual cue for you. You should be able to see enough space to slide a coin right under the toe of that club. That little bit of daylight is the secret sauce. And now for the final piece, step 3. To lock in this new toe-up angle, all you do is press your hands just slightly forward, ahead of the ball. It's a little forward press. Now think about what happens. Because you started with the toe up, when that shaft droop happens during the swing, it now works for you. It brings the club down so it flattens out perfectly square at impact, not open. You're using physics to your advantage. All right, let's lock this in so you don't forget it. I want to give you a really simple 3-point checklist you can take right to the driving range.
So every single time you set up to a long iron, I want you to run through this in your head. 1 is the toe up, 2 is the heel down, and 3 are my hands pressed slightly forward. If you can say yes to all 3, you are ready to hit a powerful, straight shot. It's that simple.
So give this toe-deep setup a try the next time you pull out a long iron. I know it might feel a little different at first, but trust the process. Compensating for shaft droop is the absolute secret to squaring that club face every single time.
Hey, if this tip helps straighten out that long iron for you, do us a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. We're putting out simple, effective tips just like this all the time to help you play better golf.
And for more in-depth instruction and other swing fixes, you can always find us over at our website, golflocality.com. Thanks for tuning in. Now go hit 'em straight.